Good evening, guys. I hope all of y'all are doing well today. Okay, don't mind me. I'm just excited because I actually tamed my tongue the other day. So I'm happy about that. 5 years ago, I'd have said some stuff. And that's because I was bound though. And today, since I have a greater understanding of spirits, how they operate, how they like to try to pick and try to get you out of character so that they can open you up so that they can come in. I'm like, no, not today. I'm not doing that. But I'm very happy about that because I was put in a situation where it would have definitely pushed me back some if I would have fed into it the way that the enemy wanted me to. So yeah, but today we're talking about guarding your heart. Guarding your heart, all right? So our heart determines the decisions that we make. It determines a lot of things about our character, the words that come out of our mouths. It determines a lot of things. But one of the greatest ways to guard your heart is to guard your ears, guard your mouth, make sure that you're taming the tongue, okay? And you guard your eyes, okay? So that can't nothing get in to get to your mind. And whatever gets into your head can make its way into your heart. So we have to be mindful of things like that as well. This is why it's important not to let anyone feed you word salad, too. You know, what is word salad? It's basically somebody just telling you what they think you want to hear, and you are taking all of it in, you are eating it up. No, you keep it on the plate until you see that they meant what they said. They can put action behind what it is that they're telling you that they're going to do or what they're not going to do or what they, anything. Anything could be word salad just to make a person drop their guard about them. But if you're not seeing any progress or any action, then it is word salad. They're just talking. Okay. So Proverbs 4:23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Okay, it's basically telling us about guarding our heart and protecting it from some of anything that the enemy try to throw darts in when the enemy try to throw darts into our direction. So, and in my Life Recovery Bible, it's the same scripture, but it says, above all else, guard your heart, above all else, for it determines the course of your life. And it does. It determines your actions and what decisions that you make, as I said earlier. And Luke 6:45 says, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. And whatever is in your heart will come out through your mouth. This is why we have to get a renewed heart from God. God has to renew our heart. It has to work on our heart because we really don't know what's in it at the end of the day. You never know what's in your heart. It's deceitfully wicked. Who can know it? Which means that whatever is in your heart is going to come out through your mouth. And I was going to look for that scripture in Proverbs. I know that it's saying something about the wise man knowing how to control his tongue. But yeah, everything we do, the decisions that we make flows from the heart. The heart is our inner being, our inner self. The heart is deceitfully wicked. Who can know it? Whatever we are on the inside is going to pour out on the outside. This is why a lot of times whenever somebody has issues or demonic energies and spirits, they don't have no other choice but to show you and to let you know. They don't have no other choice. I mean, I've seen a lot of people saying that they find out about people months later. Yeah, that's great. But me, I found out usually the same day or within 3 days. And usually they don't make it to the third day. And I'm like, that's what that is. No, thank you. No, thank you. So we have to protect our insides to keep them from being tainted with all matters of evil. And this is how to guard your heart. Deuteronomy 6:5, it tells us to love the Lord thy God with all of thine heart, and all of thy soul, and with all thy might. Won't nothing be able to get in because you got God guarding your heart too. God is in there. God is filling your heart. Any voids, that's what God gonna fill. So that's another way to guard your heart. It will be nearly impossible for the enemy to penetrate our heart when we have the love of God inside of us. Love by itself is very, very powerful. There are people that have gotten deliverance just off of love alone. I feel like that I had gotten certain forms of deliverance just from love, okay? Love is strong enough to deliver some people from bondage. Guarding our heart can also prevent us from falling into the temptations of our sinful nature. And as you all know, we all have a sinful nature, which is the flesh. We all have that inside of us. And guarding our heart can eliminate a lot of the decisions that we would have made if we were operating in our flesh, or if we didn't feel like we were strong enough to actually tame the flesh. So on number 2 of how to guard your heart is to take every thought captive to make it obedient to Christ. All right. This is why we have to make sure that we are casting down all weird imaginations and all of those negative thoughts. And, a lot of times the enemy will give us negative thoughts about certain people. But if you actually take the time to reevaluate that and rebuke it, because you really don't know unless you get to know the person, then, hey. All right, 2 Corinthians 10:5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing it into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. And number 3, avoid distractions. There are so many distractions in the world today, as you all know. And the enemy will utilize them to pull us in the wrong direction. And God will have to come in, redirect our path, and make our path straight again. So basically, whenever we get distracted, can pull us in all of these different directions. And it can get into our mind, into our hearts. And it can turn us away from God, or it can pull us on the wrong path again. And we don't want that. So it's best to try to keep down any distractions. Make sure that you are staying on the right path, on the right course. And like I said, God will actually come in a lot of times when we get off course, and he will direct us back onto course. I love God for that, because I have gotten off on the wrong course before, and I was looking like, how did I get over here again? How did I get over here? But I learned the lesson behind it. I'm like, okay, well, that I can't do that no more. That kind of threw me off. But yeah, I thank God for pulling us back on the right path. But yes, that is how to guard your heart. And yeah, that's it. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.